Good afternoon. I'm Marla Ellerman. I'm publisher of Mobile Marketing and Technology Online. We're here at Transact 16 with John Shapiro from Intuit, who is Director of Product Management for Payments. Thank you for joining us.
Absolutely. Excited to be here.
Yeah, we're excited to have you here. So this show, you've been involved in the product pitch off, and how is Intuit involved in this?
Yeah, the Payments Pitch Off is a group of about 25 startups submitted, and of those, 10 were selected. The 10 presented today, and we had a chance to listen to their pitch, and we selected one finalist who is going to win a $25,000 prize sponsored by Intuit QuickBooks.
Wow, that's crazy! And how is the competition judged? And the prize is 25,000. So, what's the criteria, and what do you need to do to enter or to win?
Yeah, the criteria for who won the payments pitch off was largely around kind of like disruptive and innovative ideas in the payment space, especially for small businesses. The way we judged it was I got to participate in a panel with a number of other executives and venture capitalists to look at the startups in the space.
Great. And so, who won the competition, and why were they chosen for the grand prize?
Well, for that, you're going to have to tune in tomorrow morning when we announce it on the big stage.
Okay.
It was really tough. There were a lot of great competitors and a lot of great startups in the selection process.
So, what did they do? They came up on stage and they gave you a demo, or did they have 15 minutes, 30 minutes? Is it something they had to submit in? Let's walk through the application process.
Yeah. So they came up on stage. The startups came up on stage. It was about 8 to 10 minutes. They gave a pitch. In a lot of cases, that included a demo showing off a hardware product, sharing some slides of how their business is doing, what's working for them, where they're seeing traction and customers.
So, why does Intuit support this type of competition instead of buying a booth?
Intuit's real goal is to fuel small business success, and especially as we think about how QuickBooks can help small businesses succeed, it's doing things like these that feel like the way that we can really help them versus kind of focusing on us. We like to focus on the small business. An example is we did something called Small Business Big Game, where we gave away a Super Bowl commercial to a small business. That's the first time that someone had ever bought and given away a commercial during the biggest football game of the year. So that's kind of just like an indication of the kinds of things that we prefer to do to really put the small business first and allow them to shine and allow them to succeed.
That's great. Can you provide an overall of Intuit's payments offerings?
Intuit has a number of payment offerings for small businesses, largely focused on how can we make sure that having QuickBooks sit at the heart of that small business, how does payments really integrate very, very deeply and directly there to allow the small business to focus on the customer relationship while we take care of the payments and we take care of the accounting for them. So things like e-invoicing to allow them to send an invoice and have their customer pay for it online. Things like a mobile payment product with GoPayment where they can kind of swipe a credit card and take payment on the go, and a QuickBooks point of sale are the primary ways we offer payments.
And they integrate all together, obviously. All those products do.
They do, that's right.
How can payments startups benefit from the Intuit product suite?
Well, one easy way is to participate in the Intuit QuickBooks Open ecosystem. We have more than 2,000 apps already in our app store, so it's a great way for new startups to get access to a lot of the businesses already using QuickBooks and extend it in interesting and innovative and exciting ways.
I am just imagining that you guys, I'm sure you have direct sales force and indirect sales force, but because you have products that are like married to each other, it must be super easy that you probably resell and you dig back into your own database.
We actually think beyond that. We don't think about it as reselling. We think about it as solving additional jobs for the customers that we already have. If we're solving the accounting job for them, it's really easy for us to suggest that we might be the best way for them to solve their payments or their payroll job to really run their entire business inside of QuickBooks. So we really think about that as the way we get new users and new customers using our product versus kind of going out and doing a ton of direct selling.
Tell me about how Intuit feels about mobile and the opportunity that is in the mobile space right now.
Mobile is one of the really key drivers for how small businesses run their business. Businesses tend to have on average dozens of apps that they use to run their business, and QuickBooks is that great place to really pull in data from payments, pull in data from their expenses, and really have everything in one place so they can see how their business is doing. And there's no better way than standing in line at the grocery store and kind of swiping transactions to say, kind of categorizing the bank downloads, and really doing that work in an incremental way so that businesses aren't sitting around on a Friday afternoon or a Sunday morning doing a chore, because that's not why they got into business, right? No one has fun doing that. So mobile allows a small business to really make progress throughout the week and not have a bunch of work to do later.
That's great. Is there anything else you'd like to add today?
I'd really just want to say that QuickBooks has some amazing products for small businesses, but even more importantly, we have that open platform and an open API that lots of developers can connect into. In the payment space, for example, PayPal and Square are partners on the API. We allow our payment account to be used through that platform on BigCommerce and Shopify. So it's just a really great way for us to enable small businesses wherever they want to be taking payments.
There you have it. Intuit, what's happening today. Thank you so much for watching, and thanks, John.